number 10 for me is Destiny 2. I hadn't played Destiny before. Liam and Jim got it for me Christmas 2019. And we ended up playing it, and I hadn't played a game like that for a long time. But it was pre-PC gaming, so it was one of the last games we played on Xbox One, wasn't it?
My number 10 will be one we've all played together, which is a banger and on oldie, and it's Left 4 Dead 2. There's not that many actual good zombie games. That's probably top 3.
My 10th one is Phasmophobia, for the same reason. We've all been playing it together this year, and it's been quite good fun. The only reason it's so low for me is just because I personally don't find it particularly scary, but the actual mechanics of the game are clever and well done, and I enjoy playing it, so it gets in at 10 for me.
Do you want to go, Jim, whilst I have a fiddle?
I'm just pouring a drink, but then I'll go immediately once I've finished doing this.
You can speak and pork on. Let's get you 10.
Big bottle of beer, this, Liam.
Fucking loves the attention, doesn't he?
He does struggle with basic motor functions, does our Jim?
I do. It is a huge bottle, to be fair. But just...
so huge it has rendered you mute.
My number 10, see, I've actually not actually come up with it until this moment.
Have you not written them down? Are you just winging this?
I have written them down. They're on a little bit of paper here. I'm going to say Among Us for number 10.
No honourable mentions, mate. Come on. Decisiveness is what we want.
My honourable mentions are Darkest Dungeon, Jedi Fallen Order, and XCOM Chimera Squad.
I bet we've all played these games, haven't we?
I think that's solid.
I don't think Alex has played Destiny 2.
No, I haven't.
No, I like that Liam is coming out strong with what he said, which is barely any of his games came out last year, this year, the year before last, whatever. They're all like years old.
I don't want to spoil anything, but that game is also on my list.
None of these are controversial choices.
My number 9 is Left 4 Dead 2. It's just one of the best of its type, I think. It's a classic. Like, it runs great on PC still to this day. It holds up great. And not that I've experienced this yet, but apparently there's loads of sick mods for it.
There are. The fact that developers are still getting involved is pretty impressive.
My number 9 is one we played for the first time in 2020. It's Dead by Daylight. I've been binging that fucker lately, and I think it's sick as fuck. It's stressful as fuck, and I aim to make you lot play it more, but I really like it. And it's got cool ass villains, even if some of them are fucking OP as shit. The most OP one's that fucking invisible one. You lose the heartbeat and you can't fucking see it.
My number 9 is Fall Guys.
Go for the new games.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it maybe a little bit more than Phasmophobia, but I think it's just more of a nice little distraction. Like, you play a couple of rounds of it. I don't think it's something I'd get deep into. But it's pretty good.
At number 9 is Phasmophobia for me.
Nice.
Playing it in the dark with Liam, hearing Liam's little scream.
Thanks,
I
mate.
hate when you get the little fingers and you go, ah!
Number 8 for me might be a surprise inclusion for some. It definitely won't be on Liam's list. It might not be on either of your two's list as well, either, but I'm excited to find out. Hold Fast.
Good choice. It's on my list too.
Because you know what? It was a fucking good laugh. It's like...
Well, we need to play it more.
It's like... Yeah, agreed. It's the FPS. It's like the anti-COD FPS.
Yeah.
It is. Anti-COD is exactly right.
And it's also great for fucking role-playing. Like, being a fucking little... I don't even know what era soldier.
Napoleonic era soldier, yeah.
And the satisfaction you get from each kill, because it's so fucking difficult to get anything, is just ace.
My number 8 is... there's not much else to say about this one. Phasmophobia! Hey! I think I'm the one to put... I don't think it's going to be on Andy's.
I'd have thought that cracked your top 5.
See, what slightly ruins my list is that I replayed a lot of games during lockdown, so I've got like classics that we've just replayed. So, and it's not better than the classic. But what I was saying, I assume this will be on all our lists except Andy's.
Well,
because he's scared.
He's scared.
Bless him. He's under young. Go on, Alex.
Okay, my number 8 is Vermintide 2. Yeah, we haven't played it that much, but we did play it for a few hours, and it's good fun. It's basically Left 4 Dead, but with rats.
Again, we should play more.
Yeah, we should.
My number 8 is Islanders, which I doubt is on any of your lists.
Haven't played it.
Is it literally just
It's-
Island ERS?
Yes, yeah. So if you haven't played it, it's just about you have a little island, and it's a very cute art style, fairly simple. And you put down little houses, and you get bonuses for putting them next to little houses that are similar to them or different.
My number 7 is Fall Guys. I picked Fall Guys because it's a fun, chill game. Just good to have a laugh. Still,
Fair.
that tense battle royale style game, but in a different vibe.
Copying Andy, Destiny 2. Underrated games. Didn't deserve all the hate, even if apparently they were shit on release. Which is pretty much every game nowadays. They set the standard. Fair play, they started it. Nice one. But they're still banging.
My number 7 is Rocket League,
Hey!
which I'm sure features on most, if not all, of your lists.
I won't say, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of fun on it this year. Like, I like that mode that's sort of like a cross between Rocket League and Mario Kart, with all the different like power-ups and
Rumble.
stuff. Yeah, Rumble, that's good fun.
Coming in at number 7 is Total War Warhammer. Now, I haven't put 1 and 2 differently. To me, they're the same game because I play the game mode where they're in the same world.
Number 6 for me is Phenomenon Among Us. It's
Woohoo.
really smashed into the limelight recently, isn't
I
it?
don't know why I put Among Us 2. I fucking lost my brain.
Cracking party game, really good fun. Screaming at your mates.
Right, going back to my games I've just replayed that are old. I replayed Dishonored 2 because there's fuck all to do at lockdown and not everyone's always online. Don't know if anyone's actually played it. It's fucking well hard, but you can chop people's heads off.
I went stealth.
That was the incorrect choice.
Why?
I've done both. It's just way more fun doing the opposite. But like, people who do the stealth run do it for the achievement of don't kill anyone, and it's just not as good.
One that's already been mentioned, mine's Hold Fast Nations at War, which was summed up for me by one of the first matches I ever played on it, where we were Britain against Prussia, I think, and we won the match, and we pushed them back. And at the end, often what happens is one of the enemy players just runs and hides because you have to kill all the enemy to win the game. So it's a bit of a troll thing. But while they were looking for the last guy, me and about 20 other dudes all lined up by a fire and did a 21 gun salute to one of the dead while somebody played like classic British war songs in the background. And it was just brilliant and a real highlight moment for me gaming in 2020. So for that alone, it takes 6th spot, and also because it's just a fun game.
I'm annoyed. I just want to say I'm annoyed I haven't put Hold Fast on this list. I think it deserves it.
I feel the same way about Vermintide. I wish I'd put that instead of Destiny, but hey ho.
One of them in it.
Among Us is my one that should have made it and didn't.
Fair. Coming in at number 6 for me is Slay the Spire.
It's on
Roguelike. It's on Steam. I have 83 hours in it. It's just a corker. During first lockdown, you lot would go to bed, and obviously being furloughed, I had nothing else to do, so I would stay up after you'd gone to bed for a bit, and I'd just sit here and I'd play Slay the Spire. It's just one of these games that's just unlike a lot of modern games. A lot of modern games tend to be shooters and stuff, whereas this is a very clear, well put together game that's not just your normal stuff.
At 5th place for big old Andy
Ooh.
is, on a similar vein to Jim, a card game, Hearthstone.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
So I've played it less and less. Hearthstone is one of my most played games from like 2016. No, 2017. It must have been till 2019 and the start of 2020. But I've just dropped off. What I also do is it's my most watched game. So I watch a load of streamers play it because I still find it fun to watch. I just don't find it fun to play it anymore. So that's for that reason I put it in the list.
A slightly newer game. I think it came out last year. Absolute banger, and it's the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. What a fucking game. I haven't actually played the third one though. I've completed the first and second. Did the second one as a kid.
I haven't played a Crash Bandicoot game since I was about 12, I reckon. Not properly, at least.
When I was younger.
As
Has he
Cody
got
DM'd Andy to sort your bed out.
I bet
He's
you
a
it.
fucking
That
state.
looks nicer.
There we go.
Good boy.
Go on, Alex.
We'll wait
Okay,
for
no-
Andy, shall we?
No. It's his own fault for not having a made bed.
See,
My number
Take it on,
5 is a game I've only just got recently, Insurgency Sandstorm.
that comes at your 5th.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it when we've played it.
I actually think it's solid as well.
It's an E,
Quite
not
last
an
year.
A.
thought we got after
Insurgency, not Insurgency.
I thought we played it last year.
What's it?
I thought we only started this year.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe we did.
Oh, you shut that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick Among Us in as a surprise fifth place inclusion because he's right. We didn't get it till January. In fairness, also, I did mean to include Among Us in this top 10 because whilst I did get bored of it, it was really good fun for the first 10, 15 hours of playing it until it got repetitive. So, yeah, it's actually a fair 5th place.
I swear I'm the one who goes on about that game the most. I only included it in mine.
You're not included Among Us?
Nah.
My 5th spot goes to Civ 6. I love Civ. I loved Civ 5. I loved Civilization Revolution. Of course, I love Civ 6. It did come out about 4 years ago, but it's still solid.
And at the number 4 spot for me is probably the game I've been playing longest on my list, Rocket League. Or on Alex's list, I see. Just a fucking great fun, really good fun game. Different to anything else that's out there, but replayable, so replayable. And just a great one to play with your mates.
I'm going to jump in straight with mine. My 4 is also Rocket League.
Yeah, so my number 4 is also one that's... Oh no, I've already done my number 4. Sorry, I'm being an idiot. Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah,
I looked at Andrew's number 4 and thought it was my number 4. I guess we look more alike than I think, bro. Yeah, my number 4 is Left 4 Dead 2. So it's one we've already had.
High up.
It's one of my favourite games of all time. So the fact that it got a new update this year meant it was always going to slot in. Probably put another 10, 15 hours into it.
My 4th is Crusader Kings 3.
I'm surprised that was only number 4.
Oh, it's
I've
fucking
played, let me just check, Crusader Kings 3. I've played 165 hours of the thing. Enjoyed the Crusader Kings grand strategy and moving of dynasties. I just thought that was really cool.
big. If anyone wants an honest review, it is literally a shagging simulator, and Jim's making it sound good.
It's not a shagging simulator. It's a dynasty making simulator. There's a difference.
In the 3rd place for me, Total War Warhammer 2. I've always been a person that's dipped their toe in strategy games. I played a bit of Rome Total War when I was younger. Played a bit of Civ with Jim, Civ 5 and Civ 6. But I've never been drawn in majorly until Total War Warhammer 2, where I've just absolutely loved it. It's been really fun. I've got 70 hours into it, and I only got it late last year. So yeah, that's why it takes 3rd place.
70 hours. That rookie numbers compared to your COD numbers.
Yeah,
Well,
but
guess what number 1 and 2 are.
yeah, exactly.
Another old dog because I replayed other games. I did this one actually on stream though. Mine's Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. Probably the best horror game, in my opinion, other than maybe Alan Wake. But that's quite old now.
Oh.
Go on, Alex. Number 3.
Okay, well, it's one that's going to, I suspect, be on everyone's list. Warzone.
Whee.
There, Fox.
We've all had a great time playing it together. If I was playing it on my own, it wouldn't have probably even made the top 5 or 6. But I think as a group, it's just a really fun game to play, especially when it's not fucking broken.
Yeah,
Which
it
it frequently is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had a great time on Warzone this year, I think, and we've had some great moments, some great dubs. So yeah, had to make my top 3.
Go on, Jim.
I'm following Alex. Warzone top 3. It's sick. The fact that I have memories of first lockdown and everything being terrible in the world and scary, and there being
Warzone was a shining light, wasn't it?
every evening, I knew I was going to sit down. I was going to head to the dance with the boys, and we were going to have some fun. And that was a nice thing that I had. Plus, we got some cracking dubs.
My number 2 is Modern Warfare 2019. But obviously, I played it in 2020. The reason it's number 2 is because it was the game that basically got me back into online gaming with my friends. If you like the original Modern Warfares, you're gonna like that, and I think it was solid. Yeah, it takes number 2, and we can all guess what my number 1 is.
Yeah.
My number 2 is another old game. I promise my number 1 isn't though, so it's okay. Yeah, it's I replayed Batman, and yet again, can't hate this game. I can't actually type in Arkham Asylum. Batman 1. There you go.
Is the first one where you fight the roided up Joker?
Yeah, I think I cleaned him out in just like a few hits, and like this is fine.
Yeah, that was pissy.
I haven't seen much of the channel before. Liam loves Batman anyway.
The thing, Arkham Knight was still good, but it didn't hold my attention as much like the first 2 did.
I think it did it more. I like the plot of the mystery of whoever the fuck. I can't actually remember the character's name. No spoilers, but there was like a character reveal, wasn't there?
I just never finished it, whereas I finished the first 2. But hey, to each their own. Similar to exactly the same as Andrew, in fact. COD Modern Warfare 2019 for me.
You put. Oh, go on, speak first.
Yeah, and I'm going to argue with you about it. Like, I know you aren't a big fan of Modern Warfare. I prefer it to Warzone. Like, obviously, as a group, we've had more fun on Warzone, admittedly. So socially, yeah, I get it. But as an actual game, I preferred Modern Warfare 2019. I really liked it.
I assume you're not a huge fan of the Battle Royale.
Yeah, I'm just not a just Royale guy.
Just a normal
yeah,
player.
I just like run and gun, casual, and I'm a lot better at it as well. Like, I was never very good at Warzone, whereas I'm actually quite good at Modern Warfare.
It's that moment when it's all buggered and you're being assaulted by a team, but somehow you get out of it and you jump out of a window and Liam's there and he's got your back and he's covering fire and you jump over a thing and Alex goes got him down and Andy's fucking running around chucking shit through windows and you don't have that feeling with the main game.
Thing that makes Warzone as high as it is the social aspect of it. Whereas we did play COD together and have fun, and I preferred the game. So therefore,
There's
loads of good maps on that game.
good maps on that game.
There were some shitters.
Okay, a lot of them were maps recycled from old CODs, granted, but some of the original maps were decent.
Yeah, Hackney Yard, banging map.
Yeah, Hackney Yard was pretty good.
That's probably the only solid one.
Nah, there was a few solid ones.
If I can't remember the names of them, but there are some like pretty decent ones. Let me just get a list. Let me get a list of Modern Warfare 2019.
You had the fucking Big Shot one, which was crap. You had fucking Cheshire Park, which is the worst. Shoot House is obviously good. That's one of the 2.
Okay, I've got the list. Gun Runner was decent.
Gun Runner was decent. Hackney Yard was good.
Right, Shoot House was one of the best COD maps of all time.
Yeah, Shoot House was banging.
It did have a fucking mega head glitch right down the fucking middle of the map, which you couldn't use it.
Shoot House is worse in every way than Firing Range from Black Ops 1.
Disagree.
Yeah.
And they have the same aesthetic. Yeah, Firing Range is one of the best maps
I prefer
history.
I prefer Shoot House.
I didn't mind Hovek Sawmill either.
I liked Hovek Sawmill, yeah.
So overall, was it the best COD for maps? No. Was it the worst? God, no.
Me number 2 is Rocket League. Much like Modern Warfare, Warzone, excuse me. I love the Rocket League feeling of when me, Liam, and Andy are Gold 2, and we just keep punching our way. And each day we go up, a division, and we go up the next division, and we finally punch through to Plat 1. It was the emotional feeling, that the same feeling I got from Warzone, but it's in Rocket League. Rocket League just comes slightly higher because I think it has. It's always playable, whereas Warzone, much like Alex said, Warzone has had large points where it's just pretty much unplayable. The DMR, the Growl, these all things that just ruined Warzone for a bit. Whereas I think Rocket League is evergreen. The Cantina song just reminds me of Lego Star Wars more than the films.
How have you made the Cantina song more nerdy than it already was? It was a genuine achievement to do that, and you've done it. And the mystery's killing me. I've got to know what Andrew's number 1 is.
I think we're all going to say the same. Well, me and Andy are going to say the same.
Warzone.
Hey, we're space it, bitches.
A ray of fucking happiness. You couldn't do anything. We were all fucking locked up. But every night, the boys were on Warzone, and you were just fucking dropping into the dance. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Getting dubs, and especially at the start. The start of a battle royale is when you get that first win, which we got on fucking release day, by the way. Getting that first few wins is just so tense and so brilliant, and it was just ace.
It's before anybody. It's before there's any bollocks about what's the meta, where's the place to go, what do you do. It's just this chaos of a battle royale when it first comes out, and I agree.
But with like the broken guns and stuff, they just need to keep on top of it and keep it good.
It seems a bit better now. The DLR's fucked up.
Yeah. They just need to keep it balanced, keep on top of it, and it's like the best BR out there in my opinion. It's brilliant. We should get a, those things when you buy stuff in the COD store, you could put in like a code, like Drifter or
create a code.
Create a code, yeah. Bottle jobs, create a code. Yeah. So are you just sticking with Warzone as well? Have you got anything to say about it, Liam?
Nah, smashed it. Many dubs. Finally overtaken Andy in the leaderboard not too long ago. Just thought,
fuck you.
Get that flex out there.
I feel like we still got to hang out and still like chill. Imagine having to do this in the 90s or the 80s. Imagine having to do lockdown now.
Just wouldn't have seen your mates for like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like I feel like I've socialised with you every week.
Oh, socialise as much as normal.
Yeah.
If not more.
If not more, yeah.
If not more.
I appreciate what you've all said about Warzone and the power of friendship and how it helped us all through a tough time. But for me, that comes second to blowing up orcs with Hellstorm rocket batteries. So Total War Warhammer comes number 1.
Yeah, it's a great game. To be fair, it's become more sociable for me and you, bro, because we've been playing together, which has been really fun.
That's true.
That's another reason why it's in my top 3, because that's been really fun.
Yeah, it's my favourite game of all time. Like, it even edges out Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim and a lot of games that I've sunk hundreds of hours into and loved. For me, Oblivion, yeah. It beats everything. It's so good. It's my favourite RTS and my favourite game. And nothing else compares. Brilliant.
Here we go. What I fucking predicted.
Okay, I'm gonna get memed on for this.
Next round, sitcoms.
It's
6-year-old boy has entered the chat.
It's Minecraft. Obviously, it's Minecraft. I love it. It's a beautiful game. The mods are incredible. The world of the modding community is incredible. It's amazing what people can make out of a fucking game that is effectively just Lego. My current world in Minecraft, I have a chateau where I'm a magician, able to control elements and the flux of the universe. And some guy has just sat down and made a mod for that.
Well, that's everyone's list.
You like what you like. Boston Sloth, you get to decide who wins. Just type in the chat who won.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boston Sloth, it's up to you. You get to choose who wins the first ever Bottle Jobs ranking contest.
There's not much to choose from. They're pretty much the same list out of them.
Yeah. You got a nerdy list. You got a slightly less nerdy list. An old list. And then a different kind of nerdy list.
Yes!
No!
Fuck yeah! IQ Boston Sloth. Yes.
You're up, bro. Number 10 on your sitcom list.
Number 10 on my sitcom list. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this one. So number 10 on my sitcom list is